Hello truckers and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are continuing our journey through the career mode of, trucking companies. And for today's episode, we have a load of roof lights going from Hamburg to Hanover. And here we are in our Volvo Globetrotter. So, not too crazy of a trailer. The little yard here is a little complicated and complex, but not too much going on. I really like the paint scheme for this truck, but yeah, not too much else to say other than let's go ahead and get on the road. This particular episode is not special, but it is leading to something very special. As I record this, I am uploading it in preparation for my 1000th video live stream later today. So, the whole purpose of me posting this video right now is mostly because I have 998 videos right this minute on the channel, including, scheduled uploads for tomorrow, for this morning. Or, sorry, later this afternoon. And I need one more video so that when I go live later this evening, that particular video will be my 1000th video. So, this is kind of a, there we go. Gotta turn on my camera aids there. This is I don't want to say it's a placeholder video, but it kind of sort of is, because I needed one more video to get to the point to where my scheduled, the live stream that I scheduled for this evening will actually be my 1000th video. So, obviously this is going to publish the next day following that live stream, I also wanted to make sure that I had a video publishing, at least one video publishing every day, so that also helps to just make sure that, I won't have 5 videos tomorrow, but I'll at least have the one. So, yeah, that's kind of the situation as it exists right now. Trying to get that nice round 1000 video figure by the time we start our live stream later this evening. So I'm kind of excited about it. I think 1,000 videos for any channel, regardless of whether you're massive or small or anything like that, is, kind of a big major milestone. And it's not like the videos that I produce are all little 5-minute, 5-minute shorts or something like that. They're all between 20 and 30 minutes long. So you take that and you take that and you stretch it out over 1,000 videos, and we're looking at probably between 400 and 500 hours worth of performance on a channel. And I think that's pretty significant for a channel like this. I don't know how many gaming channels put out 1,000 videos within a year. I can't imagine it's that many. I think a lot of channels do daily uploads, and if you do daily uploads over the course of a year, that's going to be 365 or so, assuming you do one every day. And I don't even know that most people do that. I would imagine most people are probably doing 5 videos a week. So let's say 5 videos. I suck at math. I would need a calculator to do that math. I mean, 5 videos a week times 52. So 5 times 5 is 25. It's 250, and then 52 times 2 is 100. So 300. I don't know. I suck at doing math. I'm kind of the reverse of the stereotype when it comes to what men and women intend to be good at. I'm very good at English and word processing and writing and stuff like that, and I truly suck at math. And it probably also doesn't help that I literally woke up like 30 minutes ago. So, if my voice doesn't sound quite as lively as it usually does, it's because I'm still kind of sleepy. I'm waiting for the coffee to hit me. And there's always that. But yeah, I just wanted to get another video out so that I could make sure I hit that 1,000 video mark this evening when we start that live stream. I'm assuming that it's going to work out the way I expect it to, but it's kind of weird the way the video counter works. It actually counts your video once you schedule it. I don't think it's once you upload it, because I think I was playing around as when I started realizing, oh man, I'm getting pretty close to 1,000 videos. Maybe I better start thinking about, you know, doing something special for that. I started playing around and testing with like publishing and unpublishing videos, and it seemed to adjust my video count when I unpublished something. So I'm assuming that nothing's going to change between now and this evening, and that once I start that... Oh, you know what? I wonder if... Now that I'm saying that, I'm wondering if having scheduled that live stream, if that counts as a video. If it's counting it as a video. Don't know. Well, whatever. It should be my 1,000th video. I'm hoping it's going to count it as a 1,000th video. That's going to be really annoying if I do the special and it still says $9.99. That's not going to be great. I have to imagine though that a scheduled video doesn't count, because you haven't actually produced anything yet. So I'm really hoping that the YouTube software isn't counting that as a video already, because it's, you know, what if I cancel it? What if I don't do the live stream? You can't really count a video if you haven't actually done it yet. So I'm hoping that I'm going to pop in on the live stream, and then by the time we're done with the live stream and it's closed out and finished, I'll look at my channel and it will say 1,000 videos. I wonder if YouTube does have some weird... I don't know, they congratulate you on some things that I think is like, you know, not necessarily congratulation worthy. And then other things that I think that they should congratulate you on, they don't think to do that. I would hope that 1,000 videos on every channel, they at least pop up because like it's a little notification that shows up on your YouTube studio page that says, oh, you got X number of hours of view time, and you got X number of views, and you got X number of subscribers, and blah 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 blah. And you know, the intervals that they chose to, you know, congratulate you on, in my opinion, are like, okay, that's okay, cool, nice, whatever. So I'm hoping that, not that I care what an inanimate piece of software thinks, but I'm saying it would be nice to have that confirmation from the channel itself, not as it makes me feel good that they congratulated me, but more as like just a confirmation saying, hey, yeah, you actually do officially have 1,000 videos on your channel. So I don't know. Where's my fuel gauge on this truck? Okay, there it is. I have two different... I'm doing American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator both at the same time, and so the gauges are slightly different on the two different trucks that I'm driving. Obviously, we are here in the Volvo, driving the Globetrotter version that I recently upgraded to, and the fuel gauge is over on the bottom right, and then obviously, because it's a modern truck, they have diesel exhaust fluid, and there's a separate gauge for that. You don't really have to worry about that too much. The game automatically takes care of that for you, but when you refuel. But it's just, you know, you have to remember that there are two empty and full gauges on your dash, and one of them is your fuel, and you need to figure out which one it is. And then on my American Truck Simulator, I have the International Lone Star. I guess it's their premium brand truck. And the fuel gauge, I think, is actually on the bottom right of that dash as well. But it's just located in a slightly different place. And because, you know, because I'm playing in 1080p, and because the clarity isn't exactly the best at that resolution, sometimes it's hard to make out the small, fine text on the gauges. So, but at some point I'll be able to upgrade all my stuff, and I can get a better monitor and get a better graphics card and be able to, you know, record at really good... Oh, I slowed down way too much. Record at really good graphics at 1080 at least 1440p, if not 4K, and then we will be able to see things much more clearly. And then I'll get that awesome upgrade to the video compression codec that YouTube uses to reduce the file size of its videos, and hopefully a lot of the blurriness and nastiness that you guys have probably had to put up with if you've been following me for a while. Hopefully some of that will go away, because I've noticed that I've done the research on it, and I have personally noticed that videos that use that awesome V something codec that YouTube gives to its higher quality videos. You know, makes it look much nicer, much less blurry when there's motion and stuff like that. And apparently you can get around. So apparently they provide that to two different classes of YouTube content creators. Either you have a lot of subscribers, and then they apply it to your videos because you have so many subscribers. It's worth the storage space to them for the amount of people that you're bringing into the channel. Or you upload in at least 1440p, and it defaults to providing that codec. So, you know, I could record in 1440p if I had a 1440p monitor, but the only 1440p display I have in my house right now is our big massive TV out in the living room, which I have tried to do before, but you know, I'm struggling on some of my games to play at decent settings and record at 1080p, and trying to do that at 1440 is just it's asking too much of my relatively old and worn out system that I have now. So I'm trying to avoid making that step until at the very least I'm able to upgrade my graphics card. I mean, I bought it used, and you know, so it already had a fair amount of use on it, and I have been wearing that thing out ever since I've had it. So I mean, even before I was doing YouTube, I'm always on the computer. I'm the kind of person that's just always on the computer. If I'm not playing a game, I'm watching YouTube, or I'm looking up things that I need to know, or, you know, I mean, I've spent a lot of time on YouTube, I tell you that. Because there's just, you know, there's so much you can learn, and there's a lot of people out there willing to teach it. And you can just hop on a channel and start learning something, or just, you know, find something entertaining to watch. Okay, just need to get this guy around like that. We'll get our driving aids turned off, or our turning, or can't, oops, helps to actually turn, switch over to our, it helps to actually switch over to reverse. Okay, this one's a little bit awkward. Okay. Fortunately, it's a very short run, so what we'll end up doing is we'll drop off this load. I will pause the video so I can go and rest. Oop, I always do that. I know which way I need to turn it, but then I always instinctively turn the other way. Okay, so we'll get this load dropped off. And then we'll find another load. I'm gonna go. Well, I need to go sleep because I was looking at my fatigue meter, and it wasn't exactly great. So let's go like that. I'm gonna go and sleep, and then we'll come back and find another load. So see you guys in just a second. All right, we are here picking up a backhoe loader, going to, don't remember. We'll pop up the menu here in a second just to check it out. So get our steering aids turned off, get ourselves backed up. There we go. So let's take a look at our load here. Got this cool backhoe loader on a lowboy trailer. That's always a nice thing to see. And it's going from Hanover, where we are now, to Bremen. So not too much to say about that, other than we need to get on the road. Right. 3.5 hours of in-game time. That means that we're probably going to be a little bit over on our 30-minute time limit for my videos, but I couldn't really do a 13-minute video. That would have been unreasonably short, especially since this is pretty much going to be the only video I record today, aside from my live stream later this evening. So, you know, I gotta put in a little bit of time. I mean, I guess the live stream later this evening is probably gonna be a couple of hours, so you know that does add to the work for today. But whatever, I don't know. All right, waiting for this light. Get out of here. Get on the road. Get this thing delivered. I decided to do this video today because it's pretty much the video that I'm the most behind on. I'm just going to turn on the steering aids. It's the video series that I guess I'm the most behind on because my Microsoft Flight Simulator stuff doesn't really have a progression as far as like levels and stuff like that. You just do what you do. And same with Elite Dangerous. I mean, we'll get to Sagittarius A-Star when we get there. And my hunting stuff is by far the most progressed thing that I've done because it's the thing I've been. The Call of the Wild hunting content that I've been doing is, while it's not the most popular series anymore according to the stats, it is the video series that actually started getting my channel some attention. So, you know, I started actually seeing serious growth once I started doing those videos. And, you know, they were the first ones that you know what, I really hate it when they do this. I have no idea. You guys really got to fix this over here. I shouldn't have to stop way back from the line to be able to see when the light's going to change. There's seriously no indication of... I would appreciate it if somebody could please explain to me the rationale behind making the lights like this. I don't understand. I'm not... Maybe there's a really good reason, and I just don't know. But I don't get why you would put the lights where you can't see them when you know. I could technically pull all the way up to here, but I would not have any idea when the light changed. So if somebody could please let me know what I have to imagine there's a good reason. I can't imagine you guys are just doing it willy-nilly. There's got to be a reason for why the lights are set up that way. And if it's just to encourage people to stay back from the intersection, well, why don't you just put your lines back further then? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't want to say I'm frustrated, but it's just, it boggles my... Some things just boggle my mind that way. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I like to know the reasons for stuff. And you know, honestly, that's one of the reasons that I think I struggle with a lot of things in life. It's like, if I just knew why things were the way that they were, so I could feel assured that there was a good reason for why things have to be done the way they're done. I feel like I could handle things a lot better. It's one of the reasons that you know, a lot of people struggle in the military, because leaders aren't going to explain why you're doing what you're doing. They just tell you what to do. And as a free-thinking individual, your mind is like, well, but couldn't we do it this other way? It would be much easier and more efficient, and you know, will produce the same result without me having to put in all this extra effort for no reason. And, you know, a lot of times I found that when I had a leader that was willing to explain to me why we were doing the things that we were doing, I was much more willing to participate, because it's like, oh, okay. I mean, I still think that this other way would work, but I can see why you want to do it this way because of this or whatever, you know. Just knowing why is a very critical component to being able to put up with things that appear to be a bunch of BS, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess that makes sense, sort of. I don't necessarily agree with you, but at least you have a solid rationale for why you're doing it the way you're doing it. So I have to imagine that, given the fact that most places in the world have the traffic lights on the other side of the intersection so that you can pull all the way up to the end, I have to imagine that, you know, the fact that I'm consistently seeing that here means that you guys have a reason for doing it, and it's just escaping me. And the only reason I'm confused, like, I could understand if it's, you know, you guys don't want people to come all the way up to the intersection. It prevents people from clipping and running into people, and, you know, that's fine if that's the reason. But my follow-up question to you is, so why don't you put the stop line back further then, if that's what you're trying to do? Like, put the stop line back further, put the light, keep the light where it is, put the stopping line, the intersection marker back further, so that, you know, people know, oh yeah, I'm supposed to stop right here and not pull up past where I can see the light. Because our natural tendency is going to be, oh, there's a line there, let me pull up to it. You know what I mean? Like, even if you know that that's the reason why, when you're just kind of driving and not paying attention and just kind of on autopilot, you're going to be like, oh, I'm pulling up to the line. And then you pull up to the line, and then you look at the light, and you're like, oh, I can't see anything. That's not good. So, I don't know. My guess would be that it's because you guys want to prevent people, you guys want to encourage people from going, from, like, encroaching into the intersection. That's the only thing I can think of. And you do that by making it so that they can't see the light if they do that. But, I mean, like I said, my question to you then is, well, why don't you put the line back further? Put the line where if they stop there, they can still at least barely see the light. That way, you know, especially like visitors, people who come to your country and, you know, don't necessarily drive that way, know what the heck's going on. I don't know. I complain about things that really don't matter. It's a video game, and it's not like I'm going to Europe anytime soon, so whatever. It's mostly just because it gives me something to talk about for a few minutes as we're driving down the road here. So, yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm moderately excited to hit 1,000 videos, but at the same time, you know, I'm still not 100% sure that YouTube is going to be the thing that finally, you know, turns my life around, as far as, you know, finding a career of my own and a business of my own. Oh, what do we got going on here? Is this an accident, or what's it? No, all right, we're not sitting and waiting for this, so we're going around. We have things to do. And we got these people being really stupid and retarded. Must have been an accident of some kind. Anyways, as I was saying, you know, I'm still not confident that this channel is going to grow to the point where, you know, it becomes a solid pillar of income for me, so that I can be truly self-employed. You know what I mean? Like, I think most of us have the dream of working for ourselves and building up our own, you know, business and our own little mini empire, and trying to create something that provides a sustainable living for, you know, as far into the future as we can. Obviously, at 643 subscribers, I think, when I checked this morning, I'm clearly nowhere close to being at that point. You know, obviously, I hope that the channel will start growing a little bit faster, start getting ourselves up to that 1,000 subscriber mark, start getting in some of that ad revenue. But primarily, I'm hoping I can find a lot more people who like me and my content well enough that they want to help me reach my dream of being self-employed, and they start directly contributing to the channel. You know, obviously, I'm gonna have to do ads. It's just, you got to do it. It's not an option on a platform like this. There's never going to be enough people who sign up to support your channel to cover everything that you need. And, you know, the inverse is also true. Unless you get up into like the, you know, hundreds of thousands of subscriber mark, you're never going to get enough ad revenue to really make a significant dent in your bills either. So it's a combination of a bunch of different things, you know, ad revenue, channel member revenue, links, affiliate links. I do have affiliate links down in my description that, you know, you guys can use to help support the channel while still buying cool stuff. So there's also that. But, you know, just I keep talking about how I need to diversify into a bunch of different things. I recently started, or a couple of days ago, I was kind of sort of half-assed recommitted myself to writing on my blog probably every day. I don't know, though. I'm still on the fence about it. I like to write, but at the same time, it's like, what am I going to write about? What am I going to write about that people actually care about and want to read? What's going to get people's attention? And I don't know. I don't know what I could write about that's going to get people's attention, because it's got to be something that's interesting to me, or else the product that I produce is not going to be worth reading. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be writing about something that not only matters to me, but matters to enough people that they actually sit and read the article and come back for more content later because they like it. So, I don't know. It's just, there's a reason why everybody isn't a content creator, and it's because it's really hard. It's really hard to figure out what you're going to create, figure out a way to present it in a way that brings in the most number of people, you know, and then even if you can gather a large following, if you can't figure out a way to monetize that following, then, you know, you're just doing it as a hobby. And I'm not interested in writing as a hobby, and I'm honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I'm not really interested in content creation as a hobby, because as much as I enjoy playing video games, like a lot of things I've done in my, like, for example, I was a musician in the Marine Corps. I really loved playing music, and you know, once I turned it into a job, the enthusiasm for that kind of went out the window, because now you have to do it. Now you have to do it because it's a job. And once you start turning things into a job, you kind of lose your enthusiasm for it. Now, for me, you know, as I've gotten older and older over the years, my enthusiasm for video games has naturally waned, because that's just kind of how it works. You get older, and, you know, while video games are still fun, they don't have that obsessive pull over you that, you know, they did when you were younger and you had less life experience and all of that stuff. So, you know, I don't mind turning something, I still enjoy it, but it's not like a passion or anymore. Like, I'm not like, I gotta be playing video games all the time. So I don't mind turning it into a job, because I still enjoy doing it. Like, when I get up and I do these recordings, I don't get up and I'm like, ugh, I gotta record today, ugh. It's like, oh yeah, I get to record today. That's kind of cool. But, you know, it is still a job. It still requires effort. And, you know, the recording part isn't something that I enjoy enough that I want to keep doing it for free. You know what I mean? At some point, we're going to have to stop here. We need better lights. I think there are light mods out there that will adjust the timing of these, because the yellow really needs to stay yellow for much longer. I could have made it through that light if it hadn't changed so quickly. But anyways, like I said, you know, I enjoy playing video games, but the performing part of that, for me to have to be there, to have to sit here and talk and present something, that's not exactly, I don't want to say it. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not fun either. It's work. It's performance. If you've done any kind of performing, you know that it's relatively stressful, and even something as, you know, as something not live like this, where you know people are going to be watching, there's always that little bit of stress in the back of your mind of, I hope this video does well. You know what I mean? So there's a performance aspect to all of this that just is not something I want to continue doing if my channel's not going to get to the point where, you know, it's providing me with the income that I need. Some people are going to find that unreasonable and like, well, I like my free content, so I'm not paying you. Okay, I mean, eventually that model is going to fail. You can't keep getting free content forever. At some point, somebody's going to get you. And, you know, it's just the way that it works. All right, we're here, and let's go ahead and get this load parked so we can call this episode good. Really trying to focus right now because this is kind of a weird angle. Alright, that's going to be good enough. Alright, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you did and sends the video out to more viewers. The more people we can get along for these rides, the more fun it's going to be, because the more the merrier. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed and you will be able to watch it as soon as it's published. Channel members do get early access to my videos, so be sure to click that button down below that says join on it so you can bring up the list of the various perks available at the various levels available to you and decide if any of those are right for you. Your support is truly appreciated and will help me push this channel to the place where I can do this full time. So again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you guys had lots of fun, and I'll see you for the next one.